shoot.
The following show is a paid program.
Hey family, thank you so much for coming on with me. I am excited on today. I have some great friends of mine on today. I have Miss Thelma Scott. She is founder of Safe Diversity, and Nazla Johnson. She's her membership chair. The motto is, as well as our topic, we are stronger and better together. Hey ladies, how you doing?
Great, Kim.
Oh,
Nice to
I am
see
so
you.
excited. Man, today I have friends. You know how you just have friends that you just been knowing for a long period of time, and you just say you just want the best for them, and they've just pivotal points in your life. So
Yes.
I'm telling you, Miss Thelma Scott, thank God for you as the founder. So much.
Yes.
We love you. And Safe Diversity, just the acronym, what is that? What's the acronym for Safe Diversity? What does that mean?
SAFE stands for Students and Family Empowerment. So we empower our families on diversity and inclusion.
I love it. I love it. And Miss Nazla Johnson, membership chair.
Yes.
I will tell you guys a story about Miss Nazla Johnson. I've been knowing her for a long time. I've been in real estate business for 20 years. And Miss Nazla was one of the first people that I had met along my journey. And the first thing we'd find a property or something like that, or our client was trying to sell the property. They'd say, just call Nazla. She got some investors to buy it right now.
Yeah.
We would pray over we'd pray over our business in the morning. We would pray throughout the years and things like that. Just being a family. It was a real estate family.
It was.
Along the way, meeting Miss Thelma Scott, my God, she was telling about Safe Diversity, and she was really advocating over and over for people everywhere we went. I mean, if I'd be somewhere, she'd say, "Hey Cam, I got to talk to you right now about Safe Diversity." Hey Cam, and I wanted you guys to know what that is. Miss Scott, let's start. Where did you start? How did this journey start?
Well, this journey started about 20 years ago. My husband and I started on our wedding anniversary on December 26, 2000. I was dealing with some issues. I had worked for the police department about 11 years, and I became depressed because I was the day supervisor where I taught the dispatchers how to dispatch. And for some reason, after a young lady came to work at the police department for about 3 months, then they took my job from me, gave it to her, and put me on night shift. And I had been there long anyway. I had more seniority, but seniority didn't count. So when they took my job from me, I came out with breast cancer, but I was so depressed that my husband had to put me in the hospital because I was depressed. Because remember, I had this job from me for no reason. And they felt like because I knew too much, I was a black woman, but I knew more than anybody in that police department during the day. So they put me on a night shift, and that it broke me. And my husband and his family helped me to mend back. He put me in the hospital for deep depression. And when I came out of that hospital, I came out and I went to Lakewood Church. My husband took me to Lakewood Church. And I joined Lakewood Church under John Osteen. And from then on, I started my organization. I went to Lone Star College to get my memory back because now I'm a woman with a learning disability because I can't remember because I had brain damage from the radiation and chemo. So I had to go to school and learn all over again. So I went to Lone Star Northwest College. Amazing professors, amazing teachers at that college helped me when not letting me give up. I was still was dealing with depression.
Mm-hmm.
But they would not let me give up. They were determined that I was going to be somebody. I made a 4.0 at 48 years old at that
Mm.
college. They helped me to become a client with DARS at the time.
Wow.
Later on, they helped me to get a contract with DARS. So there were so many kids on campus that didn't understand their own disability. And so
Mm-hmm.
I was able to help them navigate, and I started helping them. So I created my organization.
Mm.
And I started it because I became an intern. I knew Gerald Womack and the Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee
Mm-hmm.
because I worked for the Congressman back home,
Mm-hmm.
Congressman Charlie Wilson. I worked for him. So when they allowed me to work to be an intern at the Congresswoman office,
Mm-hmm.
brain cells and my thoughts and all, getting
Right.
going to college and all, and they helped me. So I started at the time Barbara Jordan Endeavors organizations, Barbara Jordan Endeavors first before I changed it to Safe Diversity.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a help. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee's office was a blessing to me.
Yes.
At the time, her staff was so dedicated in their work that the Congresswoman have them doing is reach out into
Mm-hmm.
Congresswoman
Yes.
Sheila Jackson Lee's
Mm-hmm.
office would help you get there. So
Right.
they helped me to get the 501c3 and get started. And I started helping kids with disabilities, started giving a scholarship, and I became a true activist for the kids with disabilities and for myself
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a person with a disability. So I became an advocate fighting for
Right.
these kids, and I've been fighting for 20 years. But I tell you one thing, I can
Mm-hmm.
say it's God has covered us
Right.
with this blessing because I said God's grace and mercy endures
Yes.
forever because I stayed at that church and I took counseling at Lakewood Church.
Mm-hmm.
I met Mama Doty. She began to mentor me.
Mm-hmm.
And later on in the years, my husband passed at Lakewood Church, and they have been by my side ever since, not letting me fall. Mama Doty said, "You ain't going to fall, you're going to be something." And Pastor Joy, he kind of spoke over me. He said, "Otis is watching you,
Right.
and you're going to do great things." And I did. I was appointed by the Governor Perry's office to serve on a statewide board. This woman with disability. I served on
Wow.
a statewide board for
Mm-hmm.
6 fight and advocate for funds for the state of Texas.
Right.
So I thank God.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's step back a little bit because you threw something out there about chemotherapy, and
Yes,
you mentioned that. How did that come
yes.
about? What happened that you had to have chemotherapy?
Well, I came down with breast cancer while I was working for the police department,
Uh-huh.
and I was dealing with it. I didn't know that I even had it once they took my job away from me, that I became so devastated.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was so depressed that I had a fall. I had
Right.
fallen, and that's when I found out I had the breast cancer. I got it in the early stage of the
Mm-hmm.
breast cancer, but the radiation and the chemo was so bad because it has an effect on your memory,
Right.
that radiation chemo. But I thank God that I'm blessed because I'm a 27-year breast cancer survivor.
Wow.
So I thank God for my husband
Yeah.
packed up, sold our house, and moved us to Houston to get me some help because I was dealing with breast cancer and dealing with deep, deep depression at the
Right.
time.
Mm.
So I thank God for my husband because he nursed me back to health, and he was a lifeline. When he said unconditional love, my
Yes.
husband had unconditional love for me because I
Yes.
was dealing with so many things. Yes, I'm
Yes.
blessed.
Yes. 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 And disabilities, as you stated, before this point, you did not have that. Before all
No,
of this happened, before the depression, before all of this happened with your job and things like that, before the chemo,
right,
before the radiation. And then once you did get it, you had to be nursed back to health, as you said, in doing that.
right.
The reason I say that, disabilities, you never know what people are going through.
Right. And the thing about it is because at the time, because all the time, Cam, my disability has always been hidden. But
Yes.
I deal with chronic pain due to the metal plate. I had to have emergency surgery. So I have a metal plate and 4 screws in my neck that I deal with every day of my life.
Wow.
But I don't focus on that. I focus on getting up and helping someone else.
Right.
Because if I focus on this metal plate and screws in my neck and my disability, I would never accomplish anything. So I don't focus on that. I focus on helping a family or helping a student with their life. And I want them to know that because they have a disability doesn't mean they can't do anything. because safe diversity gives them opportunity. People with disability can do anything anyone else can do if given an opportunity. So through my organization, I've given these kids an opportunity for the last 20 years.
Yes, absolutely. Miss
And
Nazla,
I've
jump right
done
in
this
real
without
quick.
any state of
Mm-hmm.
federal
Okay.
funding.
Okay, let's let Nazla jump right in here. Let why get into be a part of this organization? Why this organization?
Well, this organization is one that was dear to me. When I met Miss Scott many years ago, and I heard the kind of things she had been through and how she pushed past all her challenges and
Mm-hmm.
everything that she went through and still was able to be successful and help others in life. There's so many challenges,
Yes.
and so because we're together, better together,
Yes.
I decided that I wanted to be a part of the cause
Mm-hmm.
that she was doing and helping children that people said that wasn't going to make it or
Right.
that wasn't going to graduate from high school or who wasn't going to go to college. And so with that, I wanted to be a part of that cause. She overcame so much and it just was empowering to me, and it's an organization that's dear to me because of it helps so many children
Right.
that have different types of disabilities.
Yes.
And just being a person that it don't have any learning abilities or unique abilities, life is hard.
Right.
So to see these kids graduate and have all these accomplishments, it was just an organization that really tugged on my heart. So that is why I became a part of the organization.
Absolutely. And then you're the membership chair.
Yes. Yes, membership is something that keeps the organization together.
Yes.
It's where the foundation of where the money comes from. I mean, along with other parts of it, but it's the
Right.
part that glues it together.
Yes.
And I like to keep things together and
Mm-hmm.
just be a part of just having the funds so that Miss Scott and the organization can do what it does.
I love that. And you also, you guys give out scholarships. Let's talk about those scholarships. Let's talk a little bit about that, Nazla.
Well, the scholarships are the children, they have a process that they have to go through. And
Mm-hmm.
so at the end of the year, once they have gone through their process, the scholarships are given out at our annual Blue Carpet Gala.
Right.
And it gives them the opportunity to do their talent and do all these things. I mean, the scholarship helps them go to school and
Right.
whatever else they need to do. So that's where the membership, money come in, and all the great sponsors that we have to give out those scholarships that other companies may not give them. And so
Absolutely.
that's what the scholarship is about.
I love
Yes.
that. Now that COVID has happened, he put a pause on the world, right? To both of you.
Yep.
Yes,
It paused the world. I mean,
yes,
the world is
It
paused.
did.
yes.
So
It did.
now you can't go and actually mingle and really have that more camaraderie. You have a group of people clustered together,
Yes,
for your annual. I mean, your gala is just great, huge. You always have a lot of people, a lot of sponsors, a lot of help.
yes.
To either one of you, what's different now?
Well, what's different now is that we had the gala, and I'm sure you already know that our 20-year gala was hacked by
Yes.
hackers,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a hate crime, which the FBI and the police department they're investigating. But Cam, we didn't let that stop us. We
Right.
kept on going. I have an amazing team
Yes.
that we say we're not going to let this hinder us, and we're not going to stop supporting our kids. But I have Carl Decino, and
Yes.
I has Max Power and
Mm-hmm.
Nate Fryer and my son. They are savvy in technology, right?
Yes.
So they said we're not going to let this stop us, but it really did kind of devastated the kids because you remember the kids have been in lockdown for a while, so the kids are
Mm-hmm. Yes.
devastated already. and for them to be devastated. So we decided we was going to keep going. We still have our monthly workshop, community outreach workshops on Zoom. The
Yes.
kids and their families are very dedicated. I have a
Yes.
good team of family members. It's because Safe Diversity Scholarship Program is really a family scholarship program.
Right.
We have to be able to educate the family along with the students. We
Right.
have to have that family have to be a part of this program in order for kids to get the scholarship. So we are still working. Our next events coming up September 5th. We'll be having our community outreach program with our new families, our students, our guests. We have Tina Chandler, which, the mental health part is so important.
Right.
And so the mental health wellness is so important. So every month we implement in there with Tina Chandler that teaches that to our kids. Every
Right.
month she teaches that to kids with normatively fit. So we has not stopped. We have not missed a beat, even when they
Uh-huh.
shut us down, and we kept on going, let them know you might come in and hack our program, but guess what?
Right.
You threw a monkey wrench in there, and God come in there and threw a blessing in there. So we ain't stopped.
I love
Amen.
it.
Amen.
Amen. I love that.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Ms. Nazla, jump right in. Benefits. Benefits of this organization to the children and their families.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead,
go ahead,
Nazla.
Miss
Tell
Scott.
everybody. She knows the program.
Well, I mean, it gives them the opportunity to learn and to have the resources that they need to get into school. I mean, there's so many bullying or different things that go on within the school district,
Right.
and so Ms. Scott's organization or this organization gives the resources for
Yes.
college and how to survive after you get out of school. And
Yes.
Safe Diversity, gives them that confidence so that they can, just move forward while they're in school and out of school. So there are
Right.
so many benefits. And the actual workshop there on when you come on the first Saturday of the month, there's so many vendors that's there, and the vendors have so many different information that is good for the community and
Right.
resources. And so all the people that support the organization, we have what is it, Marshall with Social Good in Action, all these different
Yes.
individuals, they have their own organization. So coming all together,
Yes.
helps the kids like, Tina Chandler and Carl, what they do, just helping the kids, do what it is that they need to do, gain confidence through the different organizations. So there's so many benefits, and Miss Scott can expand on.
Well, I want to say, Cam, one thing that is our scholarship is that we do 11 community outreach programs a year. The
Wow.
12th one is our blue carpet gala. So all we ask the kids and their families to attend 5 out of 11. They have to attend the workshops in order to be eligible for the scholarship.
Right.
And we do our art contests every month. We do essay contests. So it's some things that they do to keep the kids engaged. And then they win a prize, that they win a cash prize. So the winners are, and we make sure that their families are there. Since March, they all zoom in. We have to see that. And we take a picture of that screen and make sure they zoom in. We'll say, oh, Mary, we didn't see you. You ain't zoom in. But the kids are so dedicated. And this gives them on Saturday morning, give them something to do. Because remember, the kids has been really locked down since
Right.
March. And they're dealing with so many things. So we make our community workshop, we make it very entertaining
Yeah.
and all that. And with we have our guest speakers that come in and ask them questions, and we let them show their art. We let them read the essay, and it was so good. This year we had them to draw an art. Tell me how COVID-19 has affected you and your family. And they did some amazing art. And two of the
Wow.
students donated the art to us to be able to raffle off to raise funds for their scholarships. But the kids are very dedicated. They do zoom in. Before then, their parents came, and our top students was Tori Lane.
Mm.
She's a high school student at Aldine Carver High School. She's going to Prairie View.
Wow.
So this child and her family did not miss out of 12 workshops. She only missed once. I think her uncle passed. Her and her mom and her dad, they're so dedicated.
Yes.
So we're educating them on being dedicated to their children in school. And that's why Safe stands for Student and Family Empowerment. We want to empower the families to come together because we let them know we are stronger, even the nation.
Right.
When we come together, so much going on in our nation. So we want them to understand we're stronger and better when we come together. Now we have another scholarship that we give, Cam, to students from all walks of life. This scholarship was founded by my daughter and Mr. Brian Glines at Center Point Energy, and it's called the Three Pillar Scholarship.
Right.
That scholarship is the students has to go out and they have to interview a corporation.
Right.
They have to tell them what their three pillars are.
Okay.
Every corporation and a business need to have three pillars. So that has been that scholarship that's moving.
Absolutely. So what we'll do, let's take a break and we'll be right back with both Nazla and Miss Thelma.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. For a limited time, get $16,000 off all in-stock Cadillac 2019 XT5 crossovers and $19,000 off all in-stock 2019 CT6 sedans. Or experience the first ever 2020 Cadillac XT6 Premium Luxury Collection, only $519 with $1 down for 39 months lease. Or purchase and receive 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service, striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. Drive the new 2020 Cadillac XT4, only $399 a month, or the new 2020 XT5, only $429 a month, both for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase the XT4 or XT5 and enjoy 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, Attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call Attorney Willie Powles.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey, thanks so much for coming back. We are talking to Miss Thelma and we are talking to Nazla. Let's pick up where we were just left off. Miss Thelma, we were talking about the actual scholarship.
Yes, I was talking about our scholarship. It's called the Three Pillar Scholarship.
Yes.
And that scholarship is for the students to interview a car. And that scholarship, we have a lot of sponsors for that. But for that scholarship for the kids, and that scholarship for kids, they don't have to have a disability. That scholarship for kids from all walks of life.
Wow.
They can apply for that scholarship. It's the same criteria, but they are amazing kids. I'm an activist for kids with disabilities.
Yes.
And I wanted everybody to know that these kids with disabilities are able to do anything anyone else could do if given an opportunity and what they go through. So I'm asking other people to sponsor scholarships. So then I say, well, it's time for us to become diverse because a lot of our kids, they was only sponsoring scholars. So I said, I got to figure out a way. So my kids and I came up, we needed to change the organization to Safe Diversity. And we talked to Miss McGowan, which is still a part of our, she's one of our co-founders, advisory board emeritus. So we told her we was going to change the organization so we can advocate on diversity and inclusion because it's so important that we come together because
and we're speaking on diversity as far as race.
We got told, and it has been wonderful, Cam, ever since. We have had so many sponsors and so many people that really understand and love our new program.
Absolutely. So we were speaking of, when you're speaking of diversity, we're speaking of race. Is that what we're talking about, the race?
We're talking about the diverse inclusion and equality for all.
Okay.
because my kids was being left out, especially, and I was left out of a lot of things because I'm an African American woman with a disability. I'm over
Yes.
40 years old, right?
Yes.
And I have a disability. So
Mm-hmm.
I was being discriminated a lot
Mm-hmm.
with my organization. So I had to
Okay.
change things to let people know that we are worthy, and we just want to be included. We just want to be
Right.
a part of what's going on. We want to get grants. We want to be able just like someone else. So Safe Diversity, we have really come a long ways, and I am so blessed to have
Right.
so many sponsors that really believe in the program. Now they
Mm-hmm.
understand that diversity, inclusion, equality for all.
Absolutely. And you really have over the years given so much towards disabilities. You have focused on disabilities as well as, like you said, for inclusiveness. You want to make sure that everybody's equal, they're taken care of
Right.
equally. And unfortunately, like you said, monies have not even been there, but you have really advocated. You've gone, I mean, I've seen you march on and call the state reps and things like that. And and say,
Yes.
hey, y'all need
Yes.
to change the law. The laws need to be changed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I had to do that because I'm a part of this. I deal with this, I deal with a disability, so I understand the
Right,
students and I understand Cam what they go through because
right,
we have to understand that. And this month, September is National Suicide Prevention Awareness
right.
Month, and I'll be having my event next on Saturday. We're going to focus on disability. We're going to focus on youth mental health because that's so important. And we
Mm-hmm.
have to understand that the little things that we say and do can cause a person to become depressed and suicidal.
Wow.
So we teach that. And I just want to say a little bit about our mission statement. Can I say a little bit
Yes,
about that?
absolutely.
Because I wanted to say is a safe diversity mission statement is, our mission statement is we focus on stopping the stigma of bullying that's in the schools, and my student with disabilities are the one that's bullied. We also reduce the dropout rate,
Mm-hmm.
and we teach the kids about suicide prevention. Now, Wheatley High School this year,
Mm-hmm.
we won't have it, but suicide prevention summit at Wheatley High School
Wow.
for the kids, all kids, and most of the kids are our kids that who are emotionally and mentally challenged.
Mm-hmm.
But we encourage and empower by equipping them to become self-sufficient and discover their maximum potential so they can be able to survive in college. They can get a job, they can do whatever. But we encourage them to never give up on their goals and dreams in life because coming
Absolutely.
together, yes.
Absolutely. I like what you're saying, especially mental health. Let's touch a little bit on mental health as far as that's concerned. I know we were talking earlier just a little bit about it, but many people don't understand what mental health is.
Right. Because of it's they see kids and don't see them because each year that I partner with NAMI,
Yes.
with Miss Cheryl Duncan, Angelina Hudson, and all, and we invite speakers to come out to Wheeling High School to speak to the kids. It's not a year that we hadn't had kids in that audience that was suicidal.
Right.
And you have to be careful about kids. They might say they're going to, but you have to really listen to them. They might think that, well,
Mm-hmm.
oh, they, but they will, because we had a student that when my program was at Barbara Jones High School, she committed suicide, but she talked about it for a whole year. So
Wow.
you have to be educated and you have to uh, uh, understand hidden disabilities.
Yes.
Hidden disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number one thing that's happening in school. The kid may not show no signs, but because I am a three-time suicide attempt survivor, I know myself, so I know when a kid is suicidal because the little thing a person can say to do to you. Because I have been so a bullet, and I don't think adults don't get bullied because I was bullied when I was appointed by the governor's office. I was bullied because they knew I was a woman with a disability. They want to know, well, how you get appointed to a statewide position? I
Uh-huh.
got appointed on because I told my story.
Right.
I was honest with them. I let them know this is my story. Is this who you want on your board? They said this is who we want to be able to speak in Washington. And I spoke in Washington every year
Yes.
about my story
Mm-hmm.
as a woman with a disability. But guess what?
Mm-hmm.
I can do anything anyone else can do is give an opportunity. So the state of Texas gave me an opportunity, and I helped a lot of people. So giving these kids an opportunity means a lot. But they are being bullied. So in school, we don't want them to drop out. We want them to complete their college, because you can imagine what a child goes through from first grade to 12th grade.
Right. Nasla, jump right in here and you speak on that. You've seen a lot from that side, even as a membership chair. I know you've seen some stories probably come across and heard those, especially children.
Well, I have, and with myself personally, growing up, I dealt with bullying. I
Yes.
dealt with just people not being kind.
Yes.
I've been in real estate for 20 years, and I've dealt with that. I've dealt with being, the maybe the only African American woman, top producer, and
Right.
I've dealt with, just the having to deal with challenges.
Right.
And so that's why I'm so passionate about this organization, because it helps the one that can't defend themselves.
Right.
Just being someone who came from an immigrant, mother, and was hard here in this country trying to raise her children. Society said that, for myself, I should have been, someone with having a lot of kids out of wedlock and not a graduate, and I yet here stand before you with 2 degrees, right?
Yes.
And so I understand what society can do for you. So this organization is just amazing on the things that we do for the kids and the support. So I understand what that looks like, because yet I don't have a disability, but
Yes.
just being a very normal person, I've dealt with, depression. I've dealt with anxiety,
Yes.
just because of what society have done to me, and so having to move past that. So I can't imagine having to deal with that coupled with a disability.
Absolutely.
So I think it's just important for us as a people
Yes.
to, get together and work with one another, because again, we're better together.
We are. What I like about Nazla and what you just said, let's go back a little bit to hear your story. I know your story, but let's talk about your mom. Let's talk about the fact and how strong she was and what she had to do. How did you get here? How did you get here to the United States? And where did you all come from?
My mom was an immigrant woman, and she dealt with, she was married to my father, and he was abusive. So she was pretty much like an indentured worker.
Yes.
And, living with him, and he was very abusive, and she got away from that, but having to live in the U.S. with 3 children with, no papers. So she worked very hard for us. And for that, it made us, we struggled.
Right.
It was hard, but she always instilled in us to get our education.
Yes.
So me and my 2 siblings, we were college graduates, we have 4 degrees amongst us, because I have 2, and I always throw that in their face. But and so it was very hard. So it was important for us to have our education and do better, because my mom came from a beautiful island, but the opportunities wasn't great.
Right.
And to come to the United States and have so much opportunity, she wanted us to have that. So it is important for me to pass that down to other children, help them to get to where they need to be, and so, my father was very abusive, both physically and, sexually. And so having to deal with that throughout my life, it really put a scar on me, and I had to push past that, and so for for you to live with that, that is something that, I can't quite explain, but I'm going to tell you, the mercies of God. I know a lot of people talk of God, but you have a lot of people who deal with that type of abuse, and they live with it forever.
Yes.
I can tell you today, I have truly been delivered from that, because of God, because of prayer and fasting. And so, and that's why I understand what it means to have something on you that may hold you back, so I want to be a part of wherever it is that I can help. So
Right.
that's just a little bit about my story.
And she's very humble about a lot of things, but Nazla Johnson has been in the ministry, deep in the ministry, and has helped
Yes.
so many women over the
Yeah.
years that a lot of people don't
Yes.
know. She has
Yeah.
gone really globally around the world just to just speaking in ministry.
Well, I was founder and president of 100 Black Women. I
Yes.
don't talk about stuff
Yeah.
because
I know you
don't want it
don't.
to be about me. But I do help my family back home.
Yes.
I've had two kids that came here to go to school from the United States that I sponsored early 2000. And I do where I can. If
Yes.
there's a need,
Mm-hmm.
I do what I can. I'm very involved in my ministry,
Yes.
Refuge Temple Ministry in Humble,
Yeah.
Texas. Part of the women's ministry,
Yes.
the care and concern team. So, my life is about charity.
Yes.
That's what I was born to do, was to
Yes.
help and to serve.
Absolutely. I'm so glad for that. Absolutely. Miss Thelma, speaking on suicide again, as you touched on it a little bit, we're
Right.
seeing more and more. If it's not suicide,
Yes.
we're seeing mental illness as well as domestic violence, as well as child
Yes.
abuse, as well as
Child
other
abuse.
things that we've seen. And many times you do see that the children were disabled, but you just didn't physically see them disabled.
Right. Because I have hidden disabilities right now, uh, I'd be so busy every day. I
Mm-hmm.
think I'm more busy when I was in my office while I'm home because I'm on a Zoom call, a conf call every day.
Yes.
It's because I'm so worried about my student.
Yes. Yes. I understand
It's
that.
now their parents have to go to work, Cam.
Yes.
You have to remember everybody's not trained to work with a student with disability.
Right. Right. That's true. And then they're at home
About that
all
on
every
last
day.
week, worrying about our kids
Mm-hmm.
at home and how they're going to be taken care of and fed
Mm-hmm.
and all of that. And some of the kids are falling by the wayside, because
Yes.
some of the families, other families that's been,
Yes. Mm-hmm. You're right.
it hurts for these families because my
Mm-hmm.
hands are tied because I don't have the resources to help them. So
Yes.
I worry about them every day. And I'm not on campus is because at Wheatley High School, there was like 50 some kids that I work with every month. I did my program on campus, and
Wow.
they want to see Miss Scott's face and hear Miss Scott's
Right.
voice and all. So we're trying
Mm-hmm.
to work some as once a month I can join in on their virtual call for I
Right.
can let them know that I'm still here, that I can still help them because their self-esteem. I help them.
Yes.
I honor those students every month for their accomplishment. I give them a
Yes.
certificate. We have like a party every month. We invite
Yes.
their parents to come out and see them become king and queen. I have every month. I have a king and queen party.
I love
We
it.
have a Thanksgiving king and queen party. We have an October king and queen party. Christmas king and queen.
Yes.
Dr. Martin Luther King and queen. Barbara Jordan king
But they need
and
that.
queen. I'm the queen. They call me
Yeah.
I'm the queen. But that helps the kids because they challenge each other with their grades. So
Yes.
some of the kids, well, Mr. God, why I'm not no queen? You ain't crying me queen. I said, how do they become queen? Make them good grades. Make them good grades. So
Right.
I love my program, and I miss doing the program this year. I'm going to miss doing the program with the students on
Right.
campus because those students deal with severe depression,
Yes.
which is mental health, and you have to
Yes.
understand them. You have to understand a person suffering in silence, and you have to understand these kids on campus suffers in silence because I know
Mm-hmm.
myself
Yes.
suffered in silence.
Yes, yes, yes. And we want to reiterate about mental health, mental illness, and mental wellness. Wellness in mental,
Right,
yeah, the wellness part of it. And where to go. What help is out there, Miss Scott, that where people can go? Because many people, first thing they say is, I don't have the money. And now 40 million people that are unemployed, they don't have the
right.
insurance.
Well, I tell you what, they need to call up NAMI because that's one of my partners. I'm trained and I have my certification in youth first aid training for the students, but I'm also in training right now with NAMA to get certified in mental health training, family to family, because I have a lot of family members that deal with mental health as well. Just anyone that I want to be able to implement
Yes.
that in my program, mental health, for people that's dealing with that, because it's so needed right now, and there's so many
Right.
people that need to know that there's hope out there. So there's hope out there, and
Yeah.
they can just contact NAMI. I don't have the number in front of me,
Right.
but they can contact NAMI for any kind of help or anything that they need. They are there for you, and they have saved so many people. And I give a lot of
Okay. What we're
mine
going to do
and Miss Cheryl Duncan.
sounds good. We're going to take a break right there, and we'll be right back, and we will give all the information about the different organizations, safe, diversity, as well as we'll get information about for mental health. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. Drive the new 2020 Cadillac XT4, only $399 a month, or the new 2020 XT5, only $429 a month, both for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase the XT4 or XT5 and enjoy 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, Attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call Attorney Willie Powles.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. For a limited time, get $16,000 off all in-stock Cadillac 2019 XT5 crossovers and $19,000 off all in-stock 2019 CT6 sedans. Or experience the first ever 2020 Cadillac XT6 Premium Luxury Collection, only $519 with $1 down for 39 months lease. Or purchase and receive 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey, thank you all for coming back. I appreciate it so much. We are here talking to Miss Thelma Scott and Nazla Johnson. Let's pick up where we left off. We were talking about NAMI. And we were talking about NAMI is the National Alliance on Mental Illness. People were asking, what does the acronym NAMI mean? And that's what we were talking about. And you were saying, we were picking up, let's pick up there, Ms. Scott, about what they do.
They are a place for hope. I don't have the number in front of me. I'm sure.
And we'll place that.
You have an illness that you're going through it. NAMI can help you with that. I promise you that. I don't have the number with me because I didn't get up to go and reach it because it's in another room. But NAMI is number one to be able to reach out. And right now,
yes.
To prove the 3-digit number, the 988 number, we're fighting for. We're advocating for that right now.
Right.
We are sending letters to Washington every week for them to pass that 1-800 number. It's just dial when you feel like you in need of you feel like you suicidal. You can dial that number. So that's so important that we have our legislators to be able to understand that how important it is. Suicide. That's number one.
Right.
Yes.
So I will go back. The acronym NAMI is National Alliance on Mental Illness. So we'll look that
Right.
up. We'll have that posted everywhere on Facebook and things, because so many people right now are suffering in silence right now. Suicide, especially, like I said, and mental illness. I love the collaboration that you always do with other organizations to help your people, help people with disabilities.
And also American Foundation for Suicide Prevention is another one as well.
Okay, let's
American
say that
Foundation
again.
for Suicide, and that's in Washington, D.C.
It's called what now again, Ms. Thelma?
American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Okay. Okay. That's good. As far as if they want to find out more resources that Safe Diversity has, Ms. Nazla,
Right.
as well as Ms.
Now,
Thelma.
this information, I have it on my
Okay.
NAM is going to come up. You can click from my website to NAM, and you can also click from my website to Suicide, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Those are on there
Let's say it again,
to
Ms.
be able
Thelma.
to help Jaden.
They didn't hear you. Okay.
That
so-
you need it if you have a problem. That's on our website as well.
Okay, Nazla, why don't you jump right in and talk about what some people didn't hear, what Ms. Thelma's saying.
So all the information is on safediversity.org website, and they can get all the resources there that they need, that the organization does. And they can also contact, Ms. Scott. There's a way to contact us for any information that they need. They can also text 443 21. Well,
Yes.
text Safe Diversity to 44321, and they will get a link to donate. And we would love for every viewer to donate $20 to our, cause. This cause is so big, so big. If you don't have a disability, you know someone that has one, and so this organization is what does that. They help with help with children with disabilities. So if you can basically send $20, that would be great. You can also join and become a member. You can go to safediversity.org and click membership, and you can join there. Our membership is $120 a year. You can spend or send us $10 a month as well. We can draft that from your bank account. And so just think about it. We all go out to eat. I know I do. I love eating, right? So you can take just one meal a month that you would spend eating out and send it to Safe Diversity. It will go a long, 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 long way. Or that $20. You can send one-time $20 donation. But hey, guys, anything that you send us, we would love it. $5, it will go towards the children. For the gala, they all were at their home, and they had their table decorated, and we provide them meals. So it's a great cause. There's so many things that this organization does for the kids. So we would love for your donations to come along, and it is a tax write-off. So you're not giving it away. Uncle Sam is going to take care of you.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Now let's give that website again, Ms. Nazla.
It's safediversity.org.
Okay.
So that's safediversity.org. And there you will find all the information you need. You would also read all that you can want to about Miss Scott. She touched on a little about herself, but there's so much that you just don't know about her. It's just amazing. She's been awarded, and she didn't even tell you she was recognized by the president, many years ago. It's just, she's a phenomenal woman. So just go on the organization's website and read all about it. You can contact anybody for any information. Definitely, send that text to 44321 and send us your $20. We're getting ready for our workshop this Saturday, and we want to get some things done for the children, and we would love for you to help us.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. Miss Thelma, let's give some words to the people about your organization.
Well, I just want to say that we've been around for 20 years. And I just wanted to, we started out, my kids and I spent a lot of my own money, my 401k to keep the organization going. I just wanted to let them know what I do is from my heart. It's from my heart. And I worked this program for 20 years without any state or federal funding, but I have some phenomenal supporters out there and that have helped me to keep the organization going, that believe in this vision is to help kids with disabilities for they can become self-sufficient, go to college and come back and build a success story. And we have so many success stories that we have created over the 20 years with these students. In our organization, we have given out over $150,000 to students with scholarship money doing the graduate and leave a story. We have so many of those. We'd be out there. We could tell you about so many of our success stories that we have. So I just wanted them to be able to know that a person with a disability can excel if you give them an opportunity. So here through Safe Diversity, we give them opportunity to all the business and corporation, because our motto is that we are better and stronger when we come together.
Yes, yes, yes. Miss Nazla, last words to
Yes.
people, to the viewers?
My last words would be, thank you for tuning in. Safe Diversity is just a great organization. It has blessed me just to see the kids and what they have done and their accomplishment. I would encourage each and every one of you to come out or join us on the first Saturday of every month. You can go to the website and get that information and get involved. Get involved and just help us out. All hands are on deck. And so my final word would be, we are stronger and better together.
I love it. I love it. That website, Miss Nazla, one more time.
Safediversity.org.
I love it. Thank you, ladies, so much. I truly, truly appreciate it. Miss Thelma Scott, my God, 20 plus
Well,
years.
thank you for having us. We're so excited to be here today. We're so
I love
Thank you,
it.
Cam.
Exactly. I'm having a good time. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's Miss Thelma Scott. She is founder of Safe Diversity. Miss Nazla Johnson. She is the membership chair. Thank you, ladies, for everything. God bless. Much love. On tomorrow, I want you all to see, we will have a very good friend of mine, Charnel Brown. She was if you remember Kimberly Reese. I want you to see this right now. Show it.